Howdy heretics, we're having so much fun. It is Sunday, so it's the last day of the convention, or like the witnesses say, the last day of mating season. And so I'm making this video, what's happening, and I thought I would ask everyone about their worst TBM moment. What's a TBM moment, you might ask? Well, TBM stands for totally believing moron. I stole it from the Mormons. They have something called True Believing Mormon, but I think it's basically the same as a totally believing moron. And I used to be a totally believing moron. So I will tell you my TBM moment. Well, I have several, believe me, but once I was driving down a hill and the vehicle in front of me made a sharp left and I crashed into him and I flew down because I was on a bicycle. So when I hit him, I flew through the air, and everything goes in slow motion, and my thoughts were, how should I start this conversation? Which scripture shall I use? And I tried to find a scripture that was related to colliding with the bicycle to start a Bible study, and well, he didn't want a Bible study, and I left the situation. Instead of being happy for not breaking my neck, I was sad about not breaking an arm, because if I would have broken an arm, he would have taken me to the IR, and I could have love bombed him. So that's what I call TBM moment. Totally believing moron. So I just asked the other guys if they have a TBM moment. So, sorry.
Hello. Hi guys.
Can you please tell us your TBM moment?
TBA moment?
Yeah.
So, wow.
Totally believing moron.
Well, I think mine has to be that I became a Jehovah's Witness. Wasn't my choice, but it's the stupidest joke I've ever heard. It was my parents' fault, but you know what? I soon grew up, and now I'm here trying to do the helping Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
By just saying to them to go to this website if they want to talk to people, want to get some support, want to get some information. And while I do
What's
so,
that?
JW Support Foundation.
JWSupportFoundation.org.
So if you're an activist anywhere in the world, this is particularly aimed at the UK and the US at the moment, but we're looking to expand. So if you've got any top tips, come and tell us. If you've got in the UK, for example, we have the Samaritans, which is to help people who may be suicidal and need some urgent support. But it also gets you in touch with ex-JW groups, so it's cool. So while I'm doing this, as I've also got a nice little T-shirt on here because it's my birthday today.
Your birthday today, ain't nobody lose their head.
So I'm having a little bit of a celebration with some overlapping intoxication beer.
It's his birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday, buddy.
Sorry.
Anyway, bye.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so we'll try to see someone else. We shouldn't film the witnesses, but the problem is the witnesses are talking with us. So,
Take care.
hello. This is something called Nathan, and he said to me he never had a TBM moment because Vicky would always step in front of him and she would do the crazy stuff. But he also told me about there was a scheme so you could have less hobby and the society could have more money. Tell us, and blame Vicky.
Okay, so I was a keen go-karter, so love go-karting, love all that F1, watching Lewis Hamilton, my younger brother, kicking it up on the track. So I got myself a nice little go-kart, twin-engine pro-kart, love going there every Tuesday, but every Tuesday used to get me in trouble.
Every Tuesday.
I should be on the ministry, putting out the propaganda for Watchtower.
Yeah.
So I sold my go-kart, foolishly. I sold my go-kart at a bad conscience because they did what was it they did at the Kingdom Hall? They went around asking for everybody to donate money to do their refurbs. So people were having car boot sales, and then I was like, well, I've got this go-kart here, and I'm not really going on Tuesdays anymore.
And I've got this wife who's always nagging me that I'm not putting the kingdom first.
Yeah, nagging me, and this thing's gathering dust, so I put it up for sale. And I sold my pride and joy, my go-kart.
Yeah, but it's genius because then you have less hobby, you can do more preaching, and so get more money. So it's a win-win-win.
Win-win-win for the GB.
For the governing body, and all that money that I sold it for. went towards their Kingdom Hall refurb.
Yeah. Well, they'll sell the Kingdom Hall now and build Kingdom Halls in Africa because of the growth.
But
That's a
I
stupid
did that.
thing.
I did that on the bravado that it was the truth and that I was investing in the worldwide preaching work. But little did I know, all their funds is going towards all the child abuse and the court cases and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, but those kids deserve money, so.
yeah. So yeah, that's my TBM moment.
And now we have to lower the microphone.
Yes, everybody knows I'm super short.
Yeah. Okay. So
Over to the
Vicky, she
floor.
has more TBM moments than a bucket of Bethelites. So tell
How much film have you got on there? Because it's going to take up a lot.
I'm just going to say my main TBM. I was a totally believing moron for shunning my own daughter, who was only 16 years old, for 3 years.
Okay.
That's a bit of a sad one.
It's a sad one,
Got
but
to be open and got to be honest.
It's never too late to publicly apologize, because the witnesses here, they say we don't shun.
Yeah.
Every time we talk to witnesses, they say we don't shun, and then when they realize we're apostates, they leave.
When we shunned our daughter, we received commendation in the congregation and a pat on the back from everybody all around, and we were encouraged to do so, and we were the shining examples. And I couldn't regret that more. Of all the regrets I've got in my life, that is the main one. So yes, I was a TBM.
Yeah. And then we have a French TBM lady. No, we're talking about TBM moments. So tell us.
My TBM moment.
Yeah.
You know, before I got baptized, I was giving French tuitions in the evening, and it was my job. But the problem is, it was at the time when they used to have the group study, and my French tuition was during that evening. So the elders, I wanted to get baptized. I was sincere. I thought it was the truth. But the elders said to me, Pascal, if you don't drop that, if you carry on rather teaching while it's the Tuesday group, you will not be able to get baptized. So what I did, like a silly girl, I gave up my job, the extra money that I could pay my rent and pay my, anyway, I gave it up, and they baptized me about 5 years later. So I had to wait another 5 years or 6 years to get what I wanted.
Yeah.
Because there were other problems, but that was one of the problems. But that's what they found, that's what they wanted. I wanted to obey them, I wanted to please men, and it didn't work out. But I eventually got baptized anyway.
Yeah, so that's typical. The witnesses always say the elders cannot tell you what to do.
They do.
But they all do it all the time.
They do. They tell you how to dress. They tell you, like a man, you can't have a beard, although it's a natural facial hair. You can't have a beard. They are very, very dictatorial, and
They really do that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
So that was my story.
Yeah, that's a classic TBM moment. Not being allowed to have a job on Tuesdays. So ask Stacy. Stacy, do you have a TBM moment to tell us about?
Yes. I'm gonna look that up.
This is Stacy,
Hi. Hello. Yes.
and
So
she has
I-
TBM moments.
I
Yeah,
do.
show the
I
coffee
have.
mug. I like
I've
it.
had a lot of those
Look,
moments.
it says Armageddon.
And then, where's it?
Armageddon just around the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so you know TBM moments, totally believing moron.
Yes. I
Not to
have
be confused with
several of
totally
them.
believing,
Yeah.
true believing Mormon, because they're God's one true religion.
Oh God. Let's see.
Okay, TBM moment. You told about car. She's a mother, so normally mothers at one point threw away toys. Did you throw away any toys?
I didn't allow them to have certain toys. Yeah. But I did for myself. I used to love watching Xena, Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
And I bought the box set, and I started feeling guilty because there's a lot of magic in it. I know. Oh my God.
Jehovah is sad.
And I
You know
started
that
feeling
Jehovah is
guilty.
sad is a code for Jehovah gonna kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the kid movie.
Right.
I don't want Jehovah to be sad with me. I don't want Jehovah to kill me. It's so disgusting.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what woke me up ultimately.
Yeah.
And so I took this box of DVDs back to the store and I sold it back to them. And then I was like, oh, I want to watch it again. I miss watching it, especially because I used to watch it with my mom, and you know she died many years ago. And so that was like kind of special to watch Xena Warrior Princess. She was my hero. And so I went back and I bought it again, and then I started feeling guilty again. So I ended up throwing away the DVDs this time. So I'm thinking about going to. Actually, I got a tattoo. I tattooed myself with the Xena Warrior Princess sword and chakram. So yeah, I'm not throwing that away.
Yeah, we can't remove it.
Yeah,
What's the worst thing could happen if you had that toy? Really, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's a toy.
I've thrown away. Oh, here's another one. I threw away a home video. The only home video I had of my mom because it was Christmas. And I was having nightmares, and I thought, oh my God, maybe I'm having nightmares because
of the demon in the Christmas video. Yeah. Maybe you had nightmares because of
the
watchtower.
Yeah, exactly. So
no, let's throw away
did
the precious memories.
I know.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
Yeah.
I hate this
did
cult.
it.
Well,
Oh,
we
he's
are
this
brothers
hero
and
is the best.
sisters still, and we have so much fun. So, the next protest, please come. As long as it's a peaceful
it's
protest.
so much fun.
We're
We
really
dance.
having.
We dance.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So now we are going to have lunch. The witnesses are going to sitting and listening to the boring,
Exactly.
and we are going to a pub.